Welcome to the By Steve podcast.
Hey yo guys, it's been a minute. I promised you a podcast every 2 weeks and it's been nearly 3 months, maybe a little bit less, but the time is right. It's an emotional chat, the trials and tribulations of this continued journey of basketball. The GB Maxi over 40s head to Pesaro in Italy in just over 4 weeks, and the camps have ticked away, the prep's being done, and we are deep into the late territory of no return. And the challenges keep raising their heads. And, you know, the reason why I'm here today is because we have got hurdles to get over. And, you know, podcasts are always good to talk about hurdles and challenges, right? So we were a team of 12. We selected 12. We lost a couple early in the selection process and it was too late, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't too late to replace them at that point in time. But we were still strong in our numbers of 10. And as a collective, we decided that would be the group that we would go with. And now we have more challenges. We have more things to get around. We've got a couple of injuries with a couple of guys. And I think some of their pre-season fitness camps have not gone how they wanted to. And then this week we unfortunately lost another player to not being able to travel and not partake for various reasons. And I tell you what, we've got 7 healthy, fit players going into a 12-day tournament in 4 weeks' time. And, you know, the expectations early on were that we were going to be super competitive and we were going to go and get a gold medal. And now that challenge is like a Disney story. And my reflections this week have been that I wasn't quite sure like what would happen. Maybe the team wouldn't make it. Maybe they would change their direction and maybe we wouldn't compete and maybe the goal would be different because the reality check of where we were at might be enough to have to change our aspirations maybe in a realistic sense. But you know, like I'm forever an optimist. But I am definitely, within that, an overthinker, and I think about every scenario and every situation in life, and I've thought about all of the outcomes for everything that goes on day to day. And you know what? If nothing else, the challenge that is in front of us is a little bit like, you know, I see it as a Disney story, the perennial underdogs, the team that had 3 players that dropped out for their own personal reasons, which are valid and fine, the 2 injured players or, you know, not quite ready to partake in their full capacity, you know, going into these tournaments, and people just look at you and be like, man, look at these punks. And you know what? I love when I go to a scrimmage on a Sunday, and this is not the reality of my GB team, obviously, but I love on a Sunday when I go to a scrimmage, I love being on the shit team because everyone thinks you're shit. And now, you know, the overview of this squad from the outside looking in with a couple of people that have had to not be able to travel, and, you know, you look at the squad and some of the other squads might be like, they got 7 healthy guys and 2 guys hopefully ready to play mid-tournament, and whitewash. But I tell you this, in this short, tiny, less than 7-minute podcast, because it's going to be a short one, roles change, mentality doesn't, the focus is the same. Get buckets, get wins, see what happens, leave it all on the table. Because, you know, no one knows what's going to happen after this. in basketball terms, for me, for other people who have been selected, for the way that basketball moves forward in all of our lives. Adversity is key. And, something that my mother would say, that God gives his hardest challenges to his greatest soldiers. Or there's another, obviously, Instagrammy, meme kind of thing where it's just, maybe shit just got harder because you are going to raise up. So it's go time. It's been go time. It's been go time for a minute. I have been locked in. My distractions are limited. I am not messing about outside of my training, my work life, and my nutrition. And I feel fucking amazing. There's a lot of swearing in this one, but I don't care. I feel great. The narrative is go. Foot on the gas. I was going to say neck, but that's not an appropriate thing. I'm locked in. And I'm going to leave it all in pasado. And yeah, man, I can't wait for SAS, Scotty and Steve to hit this court and just do what we do best. And the rest of the guys, obviously. But SAS is getting shit done. Shout out to every motherfucking person that keeps asking me how my training is going and supporting me all the way through. And to anybody that just thinks it's shits and giggles and a joke, fuck y'all. We go in Italy in 4 weeks and we're going to go get dubs. Peace out. 7-minute podcast. Job done. Get buckets or die trying, right?
Welcome to the By Steve Podcast.